So imagine what they're going to be feeling like, them girls and that. You know what? Because your gums and your jawbone and all, it all changes as you're growing up, you know. Even when you're growing like 30, 35, 40, you get all mad facial, like, growth or no growth type things going on with your face right through. So it's only a matter of time before you realise how much you've fucked up getting that done to your faces, mates. Unfortunately. Honest to God, mate. It's highly unfortunate that you didn't get told about the risks of what you're doing to yourselves when you were getting it done to yourselves. Still now, you're still seeing people getting hospitalised but still going to get your teeth done. 15 years down the line, do you think they've got a life to... You see the metal they're putting into your bones? Do you think that's never going to get rusty? Is it titanium, is it? Are they putting the most expensive metal on the whole earth in your mouth? If they are, it probably won't rust. If they're not and they're using an alternative, it's going to rust. And it won't be 100 years down there, it'll be in 10 years, 12, 15 years. So if you're 21 and you've had them teeth done, by the time you're 45, you are going to be in a mess. Wishing you'd had a normal job so you can pay to get fixed. Honest to God. It's their fault, mate. And I don't mean to upset you. You know, I'm not picking on you because you've had your teeth done. Like, I'm just saying. You know, you had your teeth done. You look like a dickhead now. And you're definitely going to look like a dickhead when you get older. For all you that haven't done it, don't ever do it. If your teeth fall out, they fall out, mate. You know, if you start losing your teeth at 50, that's what you're meant to be doing, you know, kid. It's just alright. It comes with age. You know, you just go to the dentist and they'll give you these little mad things that you just slip in. And it just sits there and it looks exactly the same as your other teeth. Only they're not ragging your wisdom teeth out. They're not destroying the nerves. They're not disconnecting your whole body from the mind. So that's what they do when they're ripping your wisdom teeth out, believe it or not. You see your wisdom teeth? There's a reason why they're called wisdom. There's a reason why your wisdom teeth are called wisdom teeth, mate. You get them removed, you've got a maximum lack of wisdom going through your body. And you know what? Go and look at it if you don't believe me. Like, you know when you look at your teeth, so look. You see when you've got normal teeth. This is fact, this. You might even be on it. But now I'm telling you. Observe the people I'm speaking about. And look. You know when you've got normal teeth. Alongside these teeth you've got nerves. And like every other nerve in your body, it's got a purpose. The purpose of these nerves attached to your teeth is so they can send signals down to your intestines to say, look, we're eating food up here. We've got food up here. It's being processed now. It's going to be coming down to you in a minute. Then nerve signals will be sent down there and that will automatically release an acid into your intestines which attacks the food the minute it comes here. So your teeth will send a signal down there, acid will be released, your food starts getting attacked as soon as it lands in there, broken down, the nutrients and everything that needs to go wherever it needs to go, goes, and the waste comes out your ass. When you haven't got them teeth, you're not sending no signal down to here to release the acid to get on the food and break it down. You're not chewing your food no more because your teeth won't allow you to chew your food. When you're normal, like me, with normal set of teeth, like me, you will chew your food and that will send the signal. If you get a plate of food with normal teeth, and you go chomp, chomp, swallow, you're not digesting your food properly, and you will gain weight in mad places off it. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So now when you look at all these birds that's had the teeth done, what are they all doing? Look at them. They're putting weight on in mad places, aren't they? The food's not digesting the way it would do if they had normal teeth, and because of that, they're getting double chins, they're getting sausage necks, they're getting fats in mad places on the body, and now they have to go on to address that with other forms of liposuction and razors and all this. Don't you believe me? Look at them. Look at every girl that's had the teeth done and look at the weight gain on them. Simple as that, lah. Even the skinny little rats that get them done by the sugar daddy. Look where they've got weight. Da-da-da-da. Go back, lad, to your 50 viewers. Don't come in here fuming because I've took them all. You know, I'm just better to listen to, lads. You don't have to come in and start hating. I didn't go into your lad and go, use 50. And he's a knobhead, come over here. They've just decided. He's chatting over there. Let's go and listen to Dazza. At least we have a laugh over there. At least he says something worth listening to sometimes. What do you mean, J-Dav? Let's get rid of you, lads. You chat.
So Thursday, probably a widespread dry day. Chilly start, early mist and fog, but a lot of sunshine around.
Who sent that party gun? I never seen it then because it was removing someone. Yes, Adam. 2 battles, Jazz. J Spen, nice one, mate. JT Wexham. You say it how it is, pal. I'm just, you know, don't encourage your girls, your young girls, to get her lips done. You know, if you're with a girlfriend and you don't like the looks of her, put off. Don't try and persuade her to face up. Don't start encouraging that beautiful girl to get her face disfigured, lips and teeth and all this. If you don't like your bird, cut off. Don't try and change her looks. And that's what you've got a lot of people doing. Even girls are changing the looks to accommodate boyfriends. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just don't do it to them, nah. Understand what you're doing to them. You mightn't be with them for the rest of your life. You probably won't if you're already changing a face for them. Listen, girls. If you've got a boyfriend and he's encouraging you to change your breasts, he's encouraging you to change your hairstyle, change your lips, change the way you do your makeup, change the way, anything like that, just jog them on. Come off now. Straight up, straight facts. I'm not trying to like break anyone up here or nothing, but if you've got a man that's trying to change the way you look, come off. He'll cheat on you. He's not happy with you. There's a reason why he's asking you to get your lips done. There's a reason why he's asking you to dye your hair. There's a reason why he's asking you to do this or... Because he's not happy with you. And when he's looking for that type and not getting it, guess what? He's going to look elsewhere for it, isn't he? So if he's starting to get a fetish for these weird looking birds with lips bigger than fods, and you don't get them lips that are bigger than your fod, he'll stay with you, but he'll still be experiencing that ugly with lips bigger than fod. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Definitely. Guaranteed from a man to you woman, that's what he's going to do. Come off if you don't want your heart broken. Eventually you're going to get destroyed off and off. Same with you girls, lah. If that man's getting lips and that done, he's batty.
My guest is Stephen McRae, who has been a principal
straight up
with the Royal Ballet here in London for the last 15 years.
If your fella's getting his lips done, having false tan, getting his nail manicured, doing all this mad, yeah. But defo, he's got his best mate, who always comes to yours, and him and his best mate are always off, and you trust his best mate all your life, haven't you? Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Honest. It's so rife. You probably wouldn't believe it. But it's rife as you have got loads of gay lads in serious relationships with birds, but they've got a gay relationship with their best mate.
I grew up in the outskirts of Sydney, Australia. Probably the furthest you could possibly get.
And he's taken his side over yours.
I grew up in a motorsport family. My father was
You're getting into a little thing and he's picking him over you, isn't he?
create any parts with his own bare hands.
It's not because they've been best mates since they were kids.
But I obviously grew up watching him pursue a passion.
Honest to God, get with the programme. What's up with yous?
As a 7-year-old, I asked my father if I could
Yes, Leanne Elizabeth.
I wanted to go to a dance lesson. And
Donna.
my father didn't even question any of it.
And just because they're all big and strong and the gangsters in your area, doesn't mean they're not behaving like that.
I was not exposed
They behave like that more so.
that they found
Heavily dominated male areas is full of that nasty going
a
on.
local school
Full of it.
had some of the best
MMA gyms, boxing gyms, changing rooms. It's all over gaff. I don't know why you think it's not. They've been promoting it for 30 years. What makes you think it's not everywhere now?
the first teachers I had unleashed this tiger.
Every scenario you've seen has been on your telly.
13, 14, another valley.
Man cheating on wife. You've seen it all the time. Look, Schofield.
Just how incredible my first teachers were.
There's a man
Taking me so far.
who has,
Handed me off.
for years and years and years, led a woman down a path, got married to her, had kids to her, and right through it all,
Do this. We could actually
he had that going on.
go all the way and
Not just one, numerous of them, 'cause that's the way they all are. Every single one of them don't just have one.
as soon as she said
Numerous eventually.
Melbourne or something.
But when you came here and you
Isn't it?
through the
So don't start sitting there thinking, oh, he's chatting. It's him. My fella's got a best mate.
young person, what was it like?
When I joined the school, this is
Everyone's got a best mate, and not everyone's that way inclined. But you can recognise the ones that are that way inclined by how much time they're spending together and who they're neglecting in the relationships.
a hostel,
It's as easy as that.
a soul, and have
If you've got a mate who's got a bird
no family to go to.
and he doesn't want kids,
But I was on this mission. I was
you're with this fella and he's saying he doesn't want kids.
to fulfill this passion of
And the same fella is spending more time with his best mate, even though he's telling you he loves you and he's been around you for 4 years. He's still considering his mate before he considers you.
And if I'm really truthful,
That one mate, not all his mates,
it was
that one mate, and sometimes you'll see the two of them go, I wonder what's wrong with them two, it looks like they're arguing.
of course with my colouring, it was just assumed
They're still together.
sensitive skin.
You know, when normal best mates argue, they'll distance themselves for a bit, sort their heads out and come together again.
much more open
When these little floozies,
to health and well-being.
you know, who's got a bird, but they're in these little secret things, when these have had a little domestic,
Back at it now and say
they don't separate and go missing.
riddled with anxiety.
You know, they remain, but you can see the dynamics that are going on. It looks exactly the same as
I've given up and
when you've had an argument with your bird and you're stuck in the car.
myself and my passion.
That's what it's like with them two little floozies, mate. Honest to God, you need to get them programme, girls.
Dig deeper and throw my head into
Telltale signs, and read them and appreciate them. It's not,
Did your first major role come about?
we're not all the same.
Injured and you had to step in.
Ignore what the media want you to think, and it's alright to wear pink shirts as a man, it's okay to put foundation on as a man, it's okay to get your nails manicured as a man. No, it's not. They're just making it easier for your man to be that way inclined without being bang on.
as an 18-year-old that's
They're basically legitimising the closets.
an understudy.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The process went on.
So you can't tell the difference, can you?
I found myself on the opening night on the Royal Opera House stage.
Anyway, let's move on. I'm probably offending loads of people, getting a lot of girls insecure, got a lot of girls looking at the fellas thinking, you know what? I've thought this about him. If you thought that about him, you're right. It's a woman's instinct.
I wasn't even in the understudy.
It's like a woman can pick up on a gay lad, can't he?
The opening night of that role.
You know when a lad's gay, don't you, girls?
Now, having
So when you're getting that mad feeling
dancing here, you have
about your gaffer,
pretty serious injuries.
you're hitting a nail on the head.
Now know what it feels like to be the one who
Definitely going to the
can't
understudy.
Vice versa, lads.
carry on.
Yeah.
And in some cases, you're
Vice versa, you know, don't get there worse. It's twist, I'm not just attacking the men here.
possible.
Yeah, so in 2019, it was on
There's birds out there that are muff diving on a regular basis and then going home taking pure length off their boyfriends.
the age of 14 when I had started to focus on,
Isn't the girls?
transformed my entire
What?
view of what dance.
You know there's some of you sat there now that's gone down there. You might have had a little swim and swerved it, but you've been there, haven't you, girl? So you know what you like when you've had a little line and some wine,
For an
eh?
artist or an athlete to have any injury.
Yes, just Debbie D, Liz.
You felt it.
What are you telling me it doesn't happen?
Some people experience sensation.
I've been around enough girls to know what goes on, mate.
For me, it's
I've had some best mates that were girls and not on a gay thing.
wedge. That for you,
Yes, Ellie, Lisa Tate, Alicia
I
Ems.
took off for the jump and I heard doo-doo. I thought I tripped over something. So of course, 2,500 people.
Yes, Jazza, you know that, T3 lad.
On stage, you
Yes, James.
of course carry on.
D. Davis saying hilarious. What's hilarious about it?
We had no
It's very real.
so immediately
It's a serious subject. And the fact that you shower, I think it's hilarious, is making this situation even more difficult to resolve,
somebody was just slicing through my leg.
isn't it?
That's all
No, I don't mind a little bit of girl on, you know. I'm a man.
actually happened publicly.
Here comes man on man, wow. How can you watch? Just shut up because you're going to get me violated.
Every time I step on stage, and it won't just be me who's
Yes, Star Dog. Vanquished is in. Daniel Crowley, Patrick Lynch,
somebody in that audience that,
Jonesy,
that they will experience.
Owen Holmes, Lisa Thurley,
These injuries are avoidable.
LA, LB, JP Lord of the Flatline. Nice one, lad.
The world is handled.
Andrew's saying, do battles. Well, I'll go and knock on someone's door. See who's in.
Absolutely. If you look at
Knock, knock, knocking at your door.
But are you saying that burnout and its effect was not
She must have been lying.
psychological? That there was this
She must have been lying.
weaker and
What have no on a live? The comments stop.
the workload is too high, and
She must have been lying, mustn't she?
try to
Luckily, Anne Elizabeth saying pretty though. Yeah, she looked like something like
sports department. We have a
she looked like something like Bob Geldof's bird. What was her name?
workload. How many jumps were performed?
What was Bob Geldof's bird's name?
And how does that overlap with the multiple productions? So the company
Remember Bob Geldof's bird with the blonde hair years ago and years ago and years ago and years ago?
now. But
No, Peaches was his daughter, wasn't it?
at the time that was not the case. It was
Paulie Yates. Yeah, that's what she looked like, Paulie Yates, isn't it?
of course we say yes to everything.
You know, one of them birds that's smoking her life away.
Say no to
That's
perhaps
what she looked like.
opportunity again. Of course, you can't let that come. I would have done it differently, but
Do you know what I mean? Like them
I wonder if there is something
drug-fueled eyes,
unique, perhaps,
roots
about
coming from her blonde hair, looking a little bit
you pursue excellence.
like they want all teenagers girls to look like about 5 years ago, didn't they?
Framework around it. I mean, I'm
They
struck
wanted all girls to look like them, up
that you wake up every day and you hammer your body.
like rock birds, you know, like them music rock girls. That's the way they seem to want the girls not to do their hair anymore and
And I think
come out their house in nightgowns and pyjamas and their hair in a bun and in rollers.
at an age where they have
And whether you like it or not, that was a deliberate effort to make
the human body goes through, what it's like to be an old
the class of lady less classy.
have the passion. So you're unaware.
That's what that done. So when you've got all your sponsored, paid celebrities in your city, regardless,
Way to go, of course. We still need
they're told to start a fashion trend off, like Colleen Rooney,
industry, which of
that multi-millionaire sponsored Scouse girl who's married to Wayne Rooney. She encouraged thousands of 14, 15, 16-year-old girls not to look after themselves anymore.
bodies. That's before you talk about what any school or company then asks
That's exactly what it done.
Asking our bodies to do is
Before that, every girl, every Scouse girl would come out that house looking like a doll.
every week of the year. And
Every girl would come out of their house looking like a doll.
the need to
That shit's what they started doing on purpose.
have people come
Now, most girls are coming out the house looking like,
the demand is there for us to be performing regularly.
and that's why they done it,
To look pretty perfect.
to lower the
But
class.
we should talk about the appearance side of all of this, because that's something most sportsmen and women
No.
have to think about. It's
Some of you aren't going to agree with her
the
eyes.
way you do. Is that
That's the case.
unhealthy in its emphasis on leadership?
You line all of
That get out of bed, Ed. Everyone started doing it, didn't he?
in a line.
Everyone started walking around and,
Say that
you know, you've got a bird that's getting paid millions to portray this shit to you. She's walking out of her house in pyjamas, getting in a 100 grand ride, going down to Tesco with her hair in balls and scruffy,
it's about the
setting a trend off. But all these girls that are following a trend, they're not walking out the house and getting in a 100 grand ride and shooting down there and getting spotted on camera.
obvious the ways
They're coming out the house and having to walk 3 miles to get somewhere dressed like that.
go beyond your
And this is what they done,
healthy human.
whether you like it or not.
That's what the focus
Paddy the Baddy, and people like him, Tony Bellew before him. It's okay, kids, to be fat and horrible. It's okay, kids, to be fat and horrible. It's okay, kids, to be fat and horrible. What have you got now in the city of Liverpool? Whether you like it or not, thousands of kids who are fat and horrible. And you need to, oh, look at them chatting conspiracy, and that's what they do.
Still here,
And they use pawns like them to do it.
talking about comments made about their weight or being a
What did they want to do to our beautiful young girls, early 90s? They wanted to make them all into dirty slappers.
You're nodding, you've heard.
So what did he do?
Everything goes on.
Who did he put in the limelight? Who did he put into girls' programmes? Who did he put in girls' areas? People like Jodie Marsh, people like Jordan, people like all these dirty up glamour models who are getting the tits out left, right and centre, getting banged by multiple men all over the place.
so much, and it is
Doesn't matter where your girls were looking, whether it was Kim Kardashian or some little rotter down there, they're all doing the same, promoting fornication into the minds of your kids. Now look at them, look at your kids, what are they doing?
beyond the obvious repair.
Look at every girl that was being raised in the 80s and the 90s. Look how they went on with themselves.
How the dancer looks.
Do you see did you see it before that? Mums were wearing shirts buttoned up and looking all classy and wearing mad things to go out. Look at them now, look what are they wearing?
Truthfully,
Nothing.
they are flying.
Who do you think done that?
And did the younger you feel
Your celebrities influenced the mind of the public to try to get paid.
that you are a lot more
Yeah, so look what they done to your girls in the 80s.
now to
Made them all into tarts, basically.
so when you look at your body
Look what they're doing to the boys in the 2000s.
So, I look back at the younger me and just think, how on earth did I do what I was
Making them all into tarts.
Photos of me holding my newborn daughter. And
So now you've got boys that act like girls and get treated like girls all over.
so, not even
Who's doing that?
I look drawn.
The celebrities on your telly. When we were growing up, every celebrity was an alpha male or treating birds like a queen.
And I'm
Now,
pretty
every programme you're watching that's called reality TV programme has got a weird specimen in there proclaiming to be a man.
build the body from scratch again.
in some ways
Every programme you watch, you've got a man being a girl.
you've spent a lot of your career in and you're now
Every kids programme, you've got the
the
same.
confidence to say
What's this going to do to the children? Exactly what it done to us in the 80s and exactly what it done to them girls in the 80s.
you are now 38, which in your world is
Give them a culture, influence them into a way of living, a way of behaving, a certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of living in that lifestyle.
look like? How would it be
And this is what you're witnessing now with all this boy on boy, girl on girl. It's what they want and that's what they're getting.
About the dancer.
It's what they put out.
You're looking at
It's what happens.
workload.
Television, you wouldn't have seen anyone kiss if it wasn't for Coronation Street.
Having an impact on the dancer.
You turn over from Coronation Street 20 years ago, all of a sudden on Hollyoaks you've got someone, and there, before that you'd never see that shite, it was against the law. Go back to 81, you would be imprisoned for kissing an ex-man. You would go to jail for being that way inclined in the 80s. What's changed and why? It's always from the 80s onwards, isn't it? Before that, mate, like 85, 86, 87, when it was still Sunday school, when it was still all like that, that's when this country was intact. When all that disappeared, that's when this country was taken over. All that family value stuff, when all that started getting attacked, it was over. When they started chatting, it's okay to be that way. When the church is starting to say, yeah, it's okay for man to marry in church with man and all, you just know it's next level indoctrination going on now. When we were growing up, we were raised, we were conditioned, we were coerced to think about man, woman, child, family, grow up, job, family, grow up, family. That's what we were conditioned to lead at. That's how all these kids are born now, because we were led to believe to procreate, man, wife, children, home, family life. Your kids aren't being taught that now. Your kids aren't being taught this is who's in a family, mum, dad, sister. They don't get taught that now. Your kids are getting taught now anyone can be their family. Anyone can be a family member. And that a normal family setup is not mum and dad. You know, a normal family setup now can be dad, and one brother. And this is what your kids are getting educated without you knowing it. I've been screaming at you for years what they're doing in them schools. For years, mate. The minute they lock the gates of a morning, you've got no responsibility. They can tell you you're not getting your kid back ever again, and you're not getting it. They can lock them school gates at 9 o'clock, bring in 5 coaches, put all the kids on the 5 coaches and take them somewhere and don't have to tell you nothing. It's law. It's already in there. All you can do. Once you put your children in school, you completely hand over all parental rights, all of them, to the school. Go and read it up if you don't believe what I'm saying. I'm not just chatting. The minute them gates are locked on the school, you have got no parental rights to your child, and they can put them all on a bus if they wanted and take them wherever they want and not tell yous. They can vaccinate them. They can take the fingerprints, the photographs and everything, and you can't say. I guarantee your kids are getting fingerprint and facial recognition now in school and you don't even know about it. A lot of these are doing it like it's a good thing, not realising. You've got schools now who's got that fingerprint machine on outside classrooms. Or when you go into the reception of the school, it's there, you put your finger on it, carry on. Or there's a turnstile, you put your finger on it, carry on. This is all what they're doing. Yes, Lewis. That's why we home educate. Well, good on you, lad. So they finally managed to make food in a laboratory. So for the past 5 and 10 years, they've been trying their hardest to prevent people from having their own sources of food. Hence why the farmers have been getting attacked for the past 3 years. Now they're attacking the homes. If you've got a chicken, if you go out and buy a chicken and keep a chicken in your back garden, you have got to go and register that chicken and get a document with an identification number for that chicken. Yeah, they're going to say it's all about bird disease and to prevent diseases transferring from animal to human. We need to know where all these chickens are. But it's not.
This is an art form where you do
It's to stop the natural production of food for human beings, and everything you're going to be consuming in 20 years, unless you stop it happening, is going to be
You are often in
synthetic and made in a laboratory.
absolutely.
And who makes it?
Every topic
Israel.
I'll be saying the same. You know, I'm a huge admirer of
Who's come up with this type of food and who's influencing the world now to go vegan?
couldn't even hide
Israel.
he was in, but his passion for what he was doing, his own
All that
what he was doing.
vegan is all part of the plan, where you don't have to
In the morning, it takes
rely on
10, 15
God's animals as food,
properly. I walk down
if that makes sense.
because it's easier on the Achilles and the knee. It makes
So already,
that their father
in some shops in this country, you have got steaks that was made on a 3D printer
that's the reality.
with
Also very proud
with other stuff that's not meat product. So it's all food product, but not meat product.
on pain
But it's still labelled as a steak.
inflammation drugs.
Do you understand? I'm not lying to you. And that's the way they're going with it. That's why they're telling farmers to stop,
audiences to whom you give
you know, cows and pigs and like this,
they won't really
livestock. They're stopping the growth of livestock on your farmland right now in this country. And I've been, you know, when you're seeing all the protests in Holland
because that's the point.
and you're seeing all them tractors spray all over the gaff,
But I do believe it's
that's because the governments are making them and preventing them from growing livestock.